In this video, let us study about the even and odd signals. These are nothing but the symmetric and the anti-symmetric signals. So why do we need this classification? So these are classified on the basis like if they are symmetric or anti-symmetric about the vertical axis. X of t is said to be even signal if x of t is equal to x of minus t. Okay, this is the condition for a signal to be even. If x of t is equal to minus of x of minus t, then such signals are called as odd signals. Okay, so this is even signal, which is also called as a symmetric signal. This is your anti-symmetric signal. Anti-symmetric signal. Any arbitrary signal you can consider like x of t. If you are means if you are doing the reversal, time reversal of that, and if you are getting the same signal which was there earlier, then that will be even signal. If you are doing the reversal, but if you are getting the negative of that, then it will be the odd signal. For example, if I give you this signal, okay, so this is 2, this is minus 2. The value of amplitude, this is 1 and this is t, x of t. So now you have to identify whether this is the even signal or the odd signal. See, you can see that what happens if I do x of minus t. If I do x of minus t also, whatever the value was at 2, now it comes at minus 2, and whatever the value was at the minus 2, it comes at 2. So there will be no difference in the signal, right? X of minus t. So what I can say, x of minus t is equal to x of t in this case. So we can consider this x of t as the even signal. Okay, and by seeing the graph itself, what I can say, it is nothing but it is symmetric about origin, right? It is symmetric at t is equal to 0 axis. It is symmetric. See this axis, there is a mirror image. Okay, this is a mirror image of this. So this is an even signal. Suppose I consider this signal now. This is 2, this is minus 2 and this is x of t. Now you have to identify if it is a odd signal or an even signal. So now what happens, if I take the reversal of this, whatever the value was at 2, now it comes at minus 2, and whatever the value was at this one, it comes here. So what happens? This is your x of minus t. Okay, so obviously x of minus t is not equal to x of t. So now I will consider minus x of t. This is nothing but it is multiplying the amplitude by minus 1. So this was 1, this was minus 1. Now what happens, this value, okay, it is 1 into minus 1. So I will get this. Minus 1 into minus 1, I will get this. Okay, so this is your minus x of t. Now we can compare these two signals, right? These two signals are equal. So x of minus t is equal to minus x of t. So what happens? This is your odd signal. This is your even signal. This is your odd signal. Okay, and notice here at t is equal to 0, this is your t is equal to 0 axis, right? T is equal to 0 axis, or it is called as a vertical axis. Then this is anti-symmetric, right? It is anti-symmetric. So now at t is equal to 0 axis, if I consider this is anti-symmetric. And always remember, for odd signal, the value of the signal at the origin will be equal to 0. It will be equal to 0. That is for the odd signal, not for the even signal, because you can see here at t is equal to 0, it has a value 1. It's not equal to 0. But here it is equal to 0. That is for odd signals. Okay, so odd signals will always pass through the origin. Okay, so this is the main condition you have to remember. And there will be some signals which will be neither even nor odd. Okay, in such cases that signal will be having even part and the odd part. So we will see like how to find it out. See, x of t, this signal, it will have both the even parts and the odd parts. So even part is denoted as xet and odd part is denoted as xot. t. So now I will take the reversal, x of minus t, xc of minus t plus xo of minus t. And we know that even part is nothing but here I can consider this as xc of t. And odd, x of minus t will be equal to minus xt. So I can consider this as xo of t minus xo of t. Now this is the first equation. This is the second equation. Now what happens if I add these two? X of t plus x of minus t. This odd part gets cancelled. So I will get 2xct. So the even part of the signal will be x of t plus x of minus t divided by 2. This will be the even part of a signal. Next, if I subtract 2 from 1, then I will be getting x of t minus of x of minus t. Here I will be getting 2xo of t because xc minus t, xct will get cancelled. So we will be remaining with the x of t part. So xo of t will be equal to x of t minus x of minus t divided by 2. So this is the odd part of a signal. So these two are important. Okay, even part and odd part of the signal. Suppose the signal is even, then we can say odd part will be equal to 0 for even signals. And xc of t, that is even part, is equal to 0 for odd signal. Okay, so this is also a note that you have to remember. Okay, we will see this like how it is this, we will prove it. Okay, now I will consider an example. X of t is equal to sin t and another one is x of t is equal to cos t. So now we will see if the sin t is even or odd, or cos t is even or odd. Okay, so x of t is equal to sin t. So what is x of minus t? That is sin of minus t. So sin of minus theta will be equal to minus sin theta. So minus sin t. So from this I can say x of minus t will be equal to minus x of t, right? X of t is nothing but it is sin t. So I will replace this by x of t. So x of minus t is equal to minus of x of t. That means sin t is an odd signal. Okay, now we will see the waveform of sine. You know the waveform of sine is like this, right? See, this is the waveform of sine. Now what happens? See, is this the mirror image? No, it is antisymmetric, right? It is antisymmetric. That means you can see at 0, you have the value 0 because sine 0 will be equal to 0. So at t is equal to 0, the value of the signal is 0. That is one of the conditions for the signal to be odd. Okay, and this one is passing through the origin. Okay, and it is antisymmetric about the axis. So sin t is an odd signal. Okay, next I will consider x of t is equal to cos t. X of t is equal to cos t. X of minus t is equal to cos of minus t is nothing but cos of t, because you know cos of minus theta is equal to cos of theta. So x of minus t is equal to x of t. That means this is a condition for the signal to be even, right? Even. So cos of t is your even signal. Cos of t is even signal. Then what is the waveform of this cos t? You know that is like this. Something like this, right? See, we can see that this half and this half. Okay, this will be the mirror image of this one. Okay, if you are going to fold it, you will be getting the same signal, right? Okay, and what about the value of signal at t is equal to 0? It is 1. Cos 0 will be equal to 1. It is not equal to 0. Okay, and it is not passing through the origin. This is the even signal. Okay. You know the integration, right? Definite integrals we all have studied in mathematics. So if I am going to take something minus a to a x of t dt. Suppose this x of t is even signal, then it will be 2 0 to a x of t dt. But if it is odd signal, okay, if x of t is odd, here if x of t is even, okay, we can also prove this. Okay, we can also prove this. See, minus a to 0, I will consider x of t dt plus 0 to a x of t dt. Okay, if I change the limits, okay, if I change the limits 0 to minus a, I will get a negative sign, right? X of t dt plus 0 to a x of t dt. Now, in this first integration, if I replace this variable t, okay, that is by minus t, then dt will be minus dt, okay, it will be 0 to a, okay, it will be 0 to a. So, this minus gets cancelled, plus 0 to a x of t dt. Now, if the signal is even, we know that x of minus t will be equal to x of t. So, now I can replace this as x of t. So, what is this? 2 summation, right? 2 0 to a x of t dt. If you get confused like changing the variable from t to minus t, see here, you can also write like this, x of t, okay, it is 0 to minus a. You can consider any another variable, t is equal to minus m, dt is equal to minus dm. So, when t is equal to 0, m is equal to 0. When t is equal to minus a, m is equal to a. 0 to a, x of t is equal to minus m, okay, dt is equal to minus dm, and it was a change of change of limits minus. So, minus it gets cancelled. So, now I can also change the variable from m to t, okay, that is this one, x of minus t dt. Because we know that in integration we can use any variable that doesn't affect the integration, right? So, this is the way to understand like why I took minus t there. Suppose this was an even signal, okay, that was an even signal. This was your x of minus t, right? This was x of minus t. Now, if it is this odd signal, see the same procedure till here, but x of minus t is equal to minus x of t, minus x of t, minus. So, this and this gets cancelled, that will be equal to 0. So, this is the proof, okay, this is the proof for this integration. If x of t is even, it is 2 0 to a x of t dt, and if it is odd, it will be 0, okay. And next we will consider another one, that is in case of discrete term signals also it will be the same. X of minus n is equal to x of n for even, x of minus n is equal to minus x of n, that is for odd, okay. For discrete term signal, x of minus n is equal to x of n, that is for even signal, okay. X of minus n will be equal to minus x of n, that is for odd signal. If I want to find the even part, that will be x of n plus x of minus n by 2, and for odd part it will be x of n minus x of minus n divided by 2, okay. So, this is for the discrete time signal. Next, we will consider a summation here. Summation of n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n. Suppose this x of n is an odd signal. Now I can break this, right? N is equal to minus infinity to minus 1 x of n plus I will take x of 0 outside, okay, outside the limit. Then I can consider n is equal to 1 to infinity x of n, okay. So, here what I can do, I can change this, okay, minus n to n. Okay, this one I can change it. You know, x of 0, that will be equal to 0. When I change the variable also, okay, n is equal to 1 to infinity. X of minus n will be equal to minus of x of n for odd signal. So it will be n is equal to 1 to infinity x of n, okay, plus summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity x of n. So what happens? This will be equal to 0. So summation of an odd signal, that is from minus infinity to infinity, we will be getting it as 0. That is for odd, not for even signal. Okay. Next we will take another case where we are squaring the signal. Okay. Where we are squaring the signal. And any signal, okay, that is x of n whole square. You know, x of n, it consists of two parts, that is xe of n plus xo of n. We are not considering this as even or odd signal. We are generally considering a signal x of n. So summation of n is equal to minus infinity to infinity xe of n plus xo of n whole square. So this can be written as summation of n is equal to minus infinity to infinity xe square n summation of n is equal to minus infinity to infinity xo square n plus 2 summation of n is equal to minus infinity to infinity xe of n xo of n. Okay, so even and odd signal, if you are multiply, we will be getting an odd signal. So you already proved that n is equal to minus infinity to infinity of odd signal will be 0. So this will be the answer for this, that is summation of n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x e square n plus summation of n is equal to minus infinity to infinity xo square n. This is the answer. So we will see this case now. What happens when you add two even signals or when you add two odd signals, when you multiply the signals? Okay. Okay. First let me consider x of t is equal to x1t plus x2t. That is nothing but this is even signal or plus or minus. So if two even signals are added or subtracted, we will be getting an even signal. Okay. Then if you are adding or subtracting two odd signals, you will be getting odd signal itself. But if you are going to add or subtract even and odd signal, we cannot comment on it. We cannot comment. Okay, we cannot comment. Okay, for example, t, x of t is equal to t. This is your odd signal, right? This is the odd signal. Why? X of minus t, that will be equal to minus t, which is equal to minus x of t. So t is odd signal. What about t cube? T cube, that is also odd signal. T to the power of 5, that is also odd signal. What about t square? T square. So that will be minus t whole square, t square. That will be equal to x of t. That will be even signal. Okay. T square will be even signal. T to the power of 4 will be even signal. T to the power of 6 will be even signal. Even your DC component will be the even signal. Okay, I will consider it as even signal, like this DC component means something like this continuous value 1. Okay, that is also considered as even signal. So any powers like which is having t to the power of n, it is even. Okay, if n is even, like 2, 4, 6, 8, so on. But if this is odd, if this power is odd, okay, then the signal is also odd. Signal is also odd. Okay, signal is also odd. Now I will consider x of t is equal to x1t plus x2t. So x of t is equal to, I will consider t plus t cube. So both are odd signals, right? This is also odd, this is also odd. X of minus t is equal to minus t cube, right? So this is minus t cube. So minus I will take common, it is minus of t plus t cube. So from this you can say that this is equal to minus x of t. So x of minus t is equal to minus x of t. That means x of t, this is your odd signal. This is your odd signal. So t plus t cube, odd plus odd will be giving odd. Next, if I consider t square plus t to the power of 4. So x of minus t is equal to minus t whole square plus minus t to the power of 4, which is equal to t square plus t to the power of 4. That is also equal to x of t. Okay, that is also equal to x of t. The same expression you are getting here. So I can say x of t is even signal, right? X of minus t is equal to x of t. So that is even signal. So t square plus t to the power of 4, that will be equal to even signal. So you know this is also an even, this is also an even. So now odd plus odd is odd, even plus even is equal to even. But if I take a signal, okay, that is one is even and another one is odd, t plus if I consider t square, okay, so in this case if I take x of minus t, I will be getting minus t plus t square, which is not equal to x of minus x of t. This is not equal to x of t. So it is neither even nor odd case. Okay. So we cannot comment on that. If it is the addition of even and odd or subtraction of even and odd, we cannot comment whether the resultant signal will be even or odd. Next we will consider the multiplication of even signals, odd signals, multiplication of even and an odd signal. Okay. So remember, even into even, it will be giving even signal. Odd into odd will be giving even signal. Even into odd is odd. Odd into even is odd. Okay. So this one is the result. Suppose x of t is equal to t square into cos t. Both are even signals. X of minus t is equal to minus t whole square into cos of minus t. This is equal to t square cos t, which is nothing but x of t. So x of minus t is equal to x of t. X of t is even signal. So even into even, I got even. Suppose x of t is equal to t cube sin t, I will consider sin t. X of minus t is equal to minus t whole cube sin of minus t. Okay. So minus t cube, that will be minus t cube. This is minus sin t. So minus into minus plus t cube sin t, which is also equal to x of t. So x of minus t is equal to x of t. That means x of t is even signal. But we have multiplied two odd signals. This is also odd. This is also odd. So odd into odd, that is giving you even. Okay. Next I will be considering x of t is equal to t square into sin t. Okay. So x of minus t is equal to minus t whole square into sin of minus t. And here it will be t square and this one will be minus sin t. So minus t square sin t, this is nothing but minus x of t. So x of minus t is equal to minus x of t. That means the signal is odd. So this is even, this is odd. Even into odd, I got odd signal. Okay. So odd into even also will give you odd signal. Next, similarly, we have some other results also. Like even by even by even, that will be equal to even. Odd by odd, that will be equal to even by odd, that will be equal to odd by even, that will be equal to odd. Okay. So this is for the division. And next, if I consider differentiation of even signal will give you an odd signal and differentiation of odd signal will give you an even signal. So d by dt of even signal will give you odd signal. Differentiation of odd signal will give you even signal. Similarly, integration of even will give you odd signal. Integration of odd signal will give you even signal. Suppose I am integrating sin t. Okay, suppose I am integrating sin t. Then it will be nothing but, it will be equal to minus cos t. It will be minus cos t. Okay, then 0 to something I will consider pi. 0 to pi I will consider pi to 0. Okay, so then it will be minus cos pi plus cos 0. So it will be equal to 2. Okay, something value 2. But remember, you are going to get sin t. From sin t, you are going to get cos t. So this is your odd signal. This is your even signal. If you integrate another one, I'll take t square. Okay, that will give you t cube by 3. So t cube is nothing but odd. T square is nothing but even. So if you are integrating even, you are going to get odd signal. Okay. Likewise, differentiation also. So now let us consider some examples and see. So first one, 1 plus t cube cos cube 10t. They are asking to find, this is x of t, they are asking to find the even and odd components of this particular signal. So we know x of minus t is nothing but 1 plus of minus t whole cube cos cube of minus 10t. So this is equal to 1 minus t cube. Cos cube of minus 10t is nothing but it is equal to cos cube of 10t. Okay. So x of minus t we got it. That is cos cube 10t minus t cube cos cube 10t. So even part, you know, it is nothing but x of t plus x of minus t divided by 2. So this one plus this one, if I do, this is nothing but it is cos cube 10t plus t cube cos cube 10t. If I add these two, I will be getting 2 cos cube 10t divided by 2. So it is cos cube 10t. X of t will be nothing but x of t minus x of minus t divided by 2. So you are going to get this 2t cube cos cube 10t divided by 2. So t cube cos cube 10t. There is a simple trick to identify without even solving all these things. See, you know this is cos is even signal. So even into even into even, it is nothing but it is even itself, right? It is even itself. This is your odd signal. This is your even signal. So this should be giving you odd, right? So directly I can say this is even part. This is the odd part. See, this is the even part. This is the odd part. Okay, just by seeing this signal, we can identify the even and odd components of a signal. Next is, again to find out the even and odd components, 1 plus t plus 3t square plus 5t cube plus 9t to the power of 4. So just by that trick we can identify this is even, this is even, this is even. So 1 plus 3t square plus 9t to the power of 4, this will be the even component. Odd component will be t and 5t cube. T plus 5t cube. Okay, let us prove this also. X of minus t is equal to 1 minus t plus 3t square minus 5t cube plus 9t to the power of 4. So even component will be x of t plus x of minus t divided by 2. So 1 plus 1, 2. This gets cancelled. 6t square. Okay. Then you have 9 plus 9. 18 to the power of t4 divided by 2. So it will be 1 plus 3t square plus 9t to the power of 4. Even part. See. Both are same. Next is odd part. X of t minus x of minus t divided by 2. So 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. T minus t, that will be 2t. 3t square gets cancelled. 9t to the power of 4 gets cancelled. So this one will be 10t to the power of 4 divided by 2. So t plus 5t to the power of, sorry, it is cube. T plus 5t cube will be odd part. So we got the same using the short trick also. Okay, this is how to identify the even and odd components of a signal. Next question. Cos t plus sin t plus sin t cos t. See, this is your even part. This is nothing but odd signal. This is your odd. This is your even. So even part will be equal to cos t. Odd part, even into odd will be always equal to odd, right? So that will be equal to sin t plus sin t cos t, which can also be written as sin t common 1 plus cos t. This is your odd part. Okay, this is the odd part, this is the even part of the signal. Next, if they give a triangle and ask you to find the even and odd parts. Okay, this is your x of t. This is t. Suppose they are giving you 0 to 2 and this is the value 1. Now you have to find the even and odd part of this triangle. Okay, so x of minus t, you know that it is a time reversal. So you will be getting this, right? This is minus to 0. This is x of minus t. So if I add these two, I will be getting something like this. But you know, even component is divided by 2. So this amplitude, it becomes 1 by 2. If I subtract, this part will be same as it is, but this one, it will be amplitude reversed, right? This will be amplitude reversed. And again, it will be 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. See, you can see the even, it is nothing but it is symmetrical, and here you can see that it is anti-symmetrical and it is passing through the origin, and the value of this signal at t is equal to 0 will be 0. Okay, so this is the even and odd part of the signal. Okay, this is, if they ask you this one also, you can directly plot it. Okay, see, even part will be always symmetrical about axis, so I can write like this. This is 1 divided by 2, and even is nothing but it will be passing through the origin, so I can write this one minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2. This is 2, this is minus 2, this is t. So this will be the even part of this pulse, and this one will be the odd part of this particular pulse.